Welcome! Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent Pools match. Brought to you by Sided Williams and Cathalon, my co-host.
What's up?
The 80% legend.
And Bingo Legend.
And Bingo Legend. I used to be a Bingo Legend. Let's not talk about Bingo too fast. Anyway, this is a match between Oat and Kwaniza. Two legends of the game. I don't know. I feel like you just kind of set everybody up to be a legend right away. Everybody just talks about how everybody's a legend in the game. Samu's a legend of the game. Everybody's a legend in their own way.
I mean, Oat's actually like 2019 up and comer, and then Kwan's just kind of like always been around, but he's still pretty good.
He's just the funny guy. He just hangs around and says funny things, and we all laugh at him. But he could win this match. Let that be known. And we're off.
We are off.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that we have started the match.
The airplanes have landed.
Harshly.
Yeah.
On the airstrip.
What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving.
No,
So,
boys, don't touch that stuff.
We've begun the run. Oatflaker, basically the summaries of these players. Kwan's been around for years, since Calf and I started running the game. Calf a little bit before me. Let's talk about my history in Super. No. But yeah, so Kwan's been around. We all have like a group of people that just kind of hung around the game for as long as possible. Calf, me, Prey, Kwan, all those kinds of guys. Legends of the game, if you will. Some of us former world record holders, others, I don't know, just kind of guys that hang out.
Not sure who you're talking about there, but
well, you're a former world record holder.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the unwashed days.
Those were good days, but we've moved on. Now we have to watch Oatflaker and Kwaniza.
We get to
get the honor of watching Oatflaker and Kwaniza do their groups race.
Kwan is going to be doing any percent at SGDQ though. He's going to be racing this category just like right now, just against a different guy who's out of the tournament already.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, J. Cool's already out.
Oh man.
Right? Yeah, J. Cool's already out.
That's insane. J. Cool's already out.
But J. Cool's a mad lad. J. Cool's one of the people that people have picked for the next world record holders. There's like, are there bets anywhere? Like, is there a side bet anywhere to see who's gonna get? My money's on Shadow Mario 27 for the next.
On Shadow Mario 27?
Yeah. I gotta support my boy.
I think that's a. Okay, like I'm friends with Shadow Mario, but that's kind of a bad bet, honestly.
Well, he is playing. He is playing 20 shines nowadays, and he's also out of this tournament, dude. There's so many people that are up for the record that are just out of this tournament, dude. Playing in races is an acquired skill. I swear.
It actually is.
Like that's why Kwan is still viable in this tournament. If he wins this, we were looking at the points before this. If he wins this race solidly against Oat, he's probably in the next round. But
yeah.
But Oat's a contender. Oat's a good racer, especially in bingo.
Yeah. Oat is 2019 bingo lord.
But Kwan's been racing this. In 2014, we did so many races. Like in the past 5 years, Kwan's raced this game hundreds and hundreds of times. He's been around the scene for a while, so I would not put it past him having a solid race. There's just like a different mental step with racing.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people like, I don't know, J. Cool maybe, who's already out of the tournament.
Dude, Shadow Mario 27 is also out. And Feck has 2 losses. People have Feck.
I don't think those guys race too much. I remember J. Cole used to. I don't know if Shadow Mario ever did. that many.
The accused is charged with polluting our
Yeah,
beautiful
you gotta
home.
kind of.
Yes,
Not only do you have to
endangering
grind the
our
game,
very
you kind
way
of
of
gotta
life.
grind the races too, in
Indeed.
order to have
How
like
can
the
one
stamina.
not be aware of what is
It's
going
just a
on?
totally different skill
So
set.
it
Like
is
you
big
can
time
you can
built
talk
in
to
the
Reed and he
plaza,
can brag
where
about how
all
he's world record pace out of
residents
Pianta however many
avail of
times.
darkness.
But
Expert shine scholars have
they're
determined
still
that
like,
this darkness
what
has
he
arisen
is he 0-2 so far in this
because all
tournament?
guardians, the
Something like
shine
that.
sprites,
Yeah,
have vanished from their gathering
think so.
spot at the Shine Gate. The reason?
Reed's pretty good.
It's quite
Everybody's pretty good.
obvious.
Anyway, the story
This
specifically about these
horrible
racers.
graffiti
I don't know. Their
begun.
backstory is kind of like they're
Behold
buddies,
this sketch of the
and
perpetrator
we're watching them
based on
race.
eyewitness
I
descriptions.
feel like everyone's buddies
The
nowadays.
truth is obvious.
Oh yeah.
The guilty
Honestly.
party sits among us.
But
It is none other than Mario.
this match is pretty important.
Overruled.
So I think for the most part, whoever
whoever
wins is gonna move on. And these are both good players. Their PB's not too far apart. And I
Well,
think
they're
they're
a
both
minute
good
apart now?
racers.
They're a minute apart now. the
Yeah,
PB.
it's about a minute.
Dude, Oatflaker's been improving so fast. He had like a 122 last year this time.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
Oat is definitely like, I don't know. He's like top 3 up-and-comers right now, in my opinion.
Top 3 up and comers? Oh, it's
Yeah.
top 3 up and comers. Who are the other 3? Who are the other 2?
Well, I haven't thought of all 3, but the other one's a guy, 2308.
And Reed.
I don't even think I have a third. Honestly, it's those
The top 2.
Top 2.
The top 2 up and comers. Dude, yeah. Oatflaker's PB is now 115.54 or something like that on NTSC. On NTSC.
Oh, yeah. Okay, is this the first NTSCU 115 Oatflaker's PB?
I think people have talked about like J Cool getting it, but he plays on race file, so I don't know. He's had like a decent NTSCU. But yeah, so Oatflaker's version actually loses him in this run 12 seconds to like optimal. Like Quan can screw up Serena 6 and lose more time, but basically the agreed upon metric is 12 seconds you lose for losing NTSCU. But represent NTSCU, I'm on that side. Not that I'm cheering for Oatflaker, because Kwaniza is probably the underdog in this race.
Yeah.
Being that he has a PB of 116.59 versus a 115.53, but racing's a totally different animal. They both do scumbag movement right off the start. I coined that phrase because I think everybody that does it is a scumbag. I still have not learned it.
It's like the funniest movement name in this game. Whenever someone calls it that, honestly, I'm kind of just like, are you serious, dude?
It's so
That's what
fast.
it's called.
Do you know how much time it saves? I don't actually know.
Not much, like half a second or something.
And when I say scumbag movement, I'm referring to them like bouncing off the awning and going over the roof to spray the piranha plant.
Yeah, it's like the more direct path.
Mm-hmm. Because we used to go, and I still do, go straight and then turn right like a human being. And but yeah. So Shadow Mario jumping off the statue for both of them. No desync yet. Nobody screwed up Airstrip too badly. We're all just kind of here. Dude, the guy that walks behind them there is RNG. I swear he's RNG. Or he is RNG. When I say I swear, he's actually RNG. He cannot be there, and you can do actually just a turn spray. They got decent kills, looks like.
Yeah. Not much so far to separate them.
No early M for either. A little bit of a tease on Oatflaker.
Yeah, both
Saves
of
a
them
little
kind of
bit of
failed.
Mm-hmm. If you spray it from the left, if you like spray it at an angle, I think it's more effective. It could also be in my mind.
That might be true.
It's just like more time for the spam spray to hit it, you know?
When I do it, I try to line up so that I'm like as far away. Like I try to stand on like the edge of activating cutscene.
Oh yeah.
So that I got like the most leniency with the timing of the spam spray, but
All right, both of them have pretty decent spiders. We're just gonna bounce up, go as high as possible. Yeah, they both had
About even.
Yeah, wall kicking is probably the hardest thing. I've seen so many people get so mad at wall kicking off
Yeah.
the windmill. Everybody, there used to be a clip, Ice Window Shield showed me back in the day of somebody just like, with like, not even that great of a PB, just getting so mad at wall kicking, just like, I'm gonna do race file. Everybody just gets so mad. Nothing too much to shake up the times so far.
This is Trey's least favorite part of the game. Spam PB. It's really hard.
Dude, I screwed it up the other day and I was like, I can't believe it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he screws it up.
Dude, I'm actually kind of bad at it. I mess up the spam sprays all the time. I don't know how. I think watching Trey just like rubbed off on me.
Do you guys both do backflip? Because I don't do backflip and I never screw it up.
I used to do backflip. I stopped.
Maybe backflip's just harder. You know?
I have no idea. They feel like the same to me.
I thought Quan was about to miss the shine. That's like the first thing you learn in Super Mario Sunshine. Not even like windmill wall kicks, not quick kill, not any of that stuff. Learning where the shine spawns in Bianco 2. That's where, like, if you don't know where it spawns, you're not officially running the game.
Yeah, bro. How do you miss that shine? I don't think I've seen someone miss that shine in like 5 years.
Nobody misses that shine. Everybody knows exactly where that shine spawns. Eel, different story. Nobody knows where that shine spawns.
I do.
Trey was bragging to me the other week about him knowing where it was, and I'm just like, yeah, cool. Because it just like it just lands there.
It makes me feel really special.
What?
I know where the Wiggler shine spawns.
Dude, that's actually hard.
It is.
I still miss it in 96 shine.
I miss it sometimes, but I get it, you know, most of the time.
Nobody doing try hard Bianco 3. Everybody doing just their dive rollouts.
You know, I actually have a theory. I think strats have reversed over time. Like during like 2016, 2017, everyone was like, all right, we have to go for the hardest strats.
Everybody was hyped up on Diddy.
Yeah, but now everyone's like chilling out of it. They're like, yeah, maybe this stuff is just dumb.
Maybe this 0.2 second time save in Bianco 3 that potentially kills me isn't worth it in runs. I don't know. Like, the weird thing about Sunshine is, like, sure, there's really hardcore strats and stuff, but the fact that there's like a 7-minute cutscene to start off the entire game, it kind of gives you a little bit of a respect for the run. So you don't really, like, it's right off the start, it's like your late game in other games. Where, like, if you're on good pace and you, late game just start going for easier stuff, it starts that right away because you don't want to watch 7 minutes of cutscenes.
Yeah, you're like immediately invested into the run.
Yeah. All right, they're doing travel skip. We're just doing movement during the RICCO opening cutscene to enter Bianco so that while that cutscene plays, you can enter Bianco. And just, it literally just skips the movement of RICCO to Bianco. So,
Yeah.
5 second time save. Or so.
It's one of my favorite shines. This shine is like too hard to be perfect.
You used to have the world record in this style.
Yeah. I don't know, a year and a half ago,
Well,
2 years ago.
Well, when it started getting hot. Oh, the GWKD there, or the GW cover there, is hard.
And now they're synced. It's frame perfect.
Oh, Oatflaker got hit by the wisp. There's like, there's a very small amount of wall there to slide down on the leaves. So, like, if you catch the bottom of the wall and try to do a GWK, which is a glitched wall kick, in order to go the same direction with the wall kick, it's very easy for you to slide off the wall just before it happens, so you just kind of get a Y input into a hover. That's what happened to Oatflaker there.
Yeah, that's like, for some reason, well, because the reason you said it's like the hardest glitchy
Yeah.
wall kick in the game.
But nobody did the hardcore strats at the end. Nobody did the momentum spin.
Bro, that strat is scary in a race.
Dude, I did it once in a run. I've never practiced it, and I did it in a run because I was just like, this run sucks. I'm just gonna do all the hardcore stuff. I got like it was great. It was the best Bianco 4 I've ever done in my life.
That's sick.
Thank you. Thank you for saying it was sick. I'm just like bragging that I got it one time. While there's like people out in the SMS community that do it like every run, it's just like, yeah, it's just kind of the thing. It's what you do.
Dang. Oat
Sure.
has the life strats. Went to the bell to get an extra life. He's not
Isn't
gonna
it-
game over.
Dude, Quan got it without
Oh
even
my-
like,
They both did it.
just for the extra water. Something you don't know right away playing this game, extra lives actually fill up your tank completely, no matter what. So, once you just like spray all the goop. Wait, is this the same spot? No, it's not. I thought they were in the same spot for a second. Anyway, PDRNG. But, I don't know, kind of the bane of all racers, right? It's just like the first
Yeah.
thing that, like, it's not really a screw up, but it's the first forced differential between the racers.
If no one messes up, this is like it's like sets the tone for the rest of the run.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I got bad PD, so I'm automatically half a minute behind. It's like, great.
Looks like Oat got kind of bad luck. He went over the wall to the far spot. He's probably gonna go to a bad spot after.
I think that's like 12 seconds. It's unfounded, and I only tried to time it one time, but I think over the wall loses 8 to 12 seconds. I know the guidelines of the this speedrun channel is to not spread misinformation, but misinformation is like part of my steez.
Just lie.
No, I'm not
Not
lying.
everything.
I think I'm right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Over the wall. Quan is an over the wall apologist. You see, Quan's already done. Oatflaker did not screw up.
Oat
Oat's
just
getting
got
like
unlucky.
Oat's getting what? 1652 or higher.
It's like a mid to high 50.
I was gonna say 17, but it was gonna be too high. Oh, he didn't jump. Oh, he got a 17.
Ooh, that's a fail.
He was on the ground, and then he tried to like hover into it. That was weird. Anyway, that's well, like Oatflaker did screw up getting the shine there, but still, like forced differential,
Mm-hmm.
just because of RNG.
Now he's just got to make up 20 seconds somewhere.
Yeah. What maybe in King Boo RNG, or early second.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we're opening Gelato. In 96 shines, we'd get a beach shine at the same time. It looks pretty cool. It's actually pretty interesting. But right here, we're just killing a piranha.
One slipped too far in.
Dude, how do people still slide too far?
I don't know, dude. It's hard.
Do you have a cue for this? For when to slide or anything?
You know, like my entire life, I've just listened to him sizzling. When he dies, he kind of sizzles, and like halfway through the sizzle, I sprayed and then dive, and that's how I know.
See, Oats is perfect. Oats is like you want Mario at the bottom of the stairs. That's what you want. Jump spam spray at the bottom of the stairs. You can be too close in front of it without getting the slide back that Quan got. For the spam spray not to hit the M. Ooh, Quan doing the quick GBS. Grabbing a coconut, walking into it, and then clipping into the roof. Getting it first try.
Very nice.
Dude, I wish I could do that in rounds.
I haven't even attempted that. Dude, is that like the death of backflip? Is this setup?
Yeah. It's what you were saying about before, like Bianco 3, where everybody was really gung-ho of the really hard strats, but now we found this 2 second slower strat, and everybody's just like, yes, I don't want to do backflip. Especially in races, backflip GBS. Oatflaker Not to dismiss him getting the very simple, but Kwan's ahead because of PDRNG, so we have to focus on that.
Both played. No one's really made like a big mistake this run.
The biggest
just
mistake
been
is go for it.
PD. Just been PD like.
The biggest mistake is Oat grabbing the Bianco 5 shine. That was it. That was the
Just,
biggest
like,
mistake.
Slightly messing up a hover.
Yeah, he just like misses a hover. It's just like, oh, that biggest mistake. Yeah, still sub 20 for Oat. But, dude, Kwan, world record pace out of GELATO 7, as Reed would say. What are you aiming for out of PIANTA for like world record pace?
Out of
I don't know.
PIANTA?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's like mid 28.
Okay. All right, Kwan getting good first guy. I love good first guy. Good second guy. Secretly the best part of Chain Chomplet. If you get bad last guy, it's fine. You get a forced 5-second time loss. But bad second guy, it's just so much harder to deal with.
I would much rather have bad second guy than bad third guy. Bad third guy is like makes me cringe.
See, bad second guy. Okay, let's see how we deal with it.
Alright. Kwan's
Maybe
actually getting carried.
All right, maybe I should do that. I like drag him up the path. All right, maybe. Oh, they both get good last guy though. Everybody has solid RNG so far.
I don't think Oat really lost time off that. If he did, it was like minuscule.
See, Oat has to spam spray there. Kwan did spam spray, I think. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to if Kwan was using hover, but for those chain chomplets, you can use hover in JP because apparently when they made the NTSCU and PAL versions, they nerfed hover in that level for some reason. It's just like one of the subtle differences.
I've always wondered, like, why is that a difference?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've had paper comment on it before, Paper Ario. Comment on it, be like, oh, because I used the hover in order to drag the chain chomplet out of its path. And he goes like, oh, I thought you were screwing up by hovering there, but I forgot it was NTSCU.
Yeah. I think it's
Just like
actually
one-
a buff to JP for the most part. Just because you can like instant.
Yeah. There
Cool
are strats that you can go for in JP with the hover being buffed that you can't go for in a TCU. It's just like slightly faster. So during that PNTCMO, you just get the whole world just to explore for the level. You have to make it to the flag in 27 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever, but you can just kind of do whatever. Oatflaker there was practicing Goopy Inferno. I wonder if he's gonna go for it. The GWKD straps.
I don't know if he goes for them or not. A lot of people like to practice that in PIANTA too, I've seen recently.
Yeah. What I've heard is that people don't go for it in races. Like if they go for it in runs, they just kind of like don't go for it. Races is a totally different beast. Like we were saying at the start, it's just a totally different beast. You just have to do most consistent things.
You get one shot, not 1,000 shots.
You can't reset this, or you will lose the race. Okay, let's see if Oat goes for it. If he goes for it, he's going for a momentum spin off the mushroom into GWKD into the flood. Oh, he went for it.
He
Didn't
was
lose too
gonna
much
go
time
for it.
Didn't lose too much time for going for it. Got it, just a rollout. Didn't hit the goop at all. But if he got it, he would have saved, I don't know, 2 seconds on Kwan, something like that.
You know, Kwan's actually on like
Yeah.
good pace. Like
Perfect chain chomp luck? Oh.
knowing
This is
Kwan, I'm pretty sure he's like ahead of his PB.
Definitely. Well, like we were saying before, nobody screwed up anything really.
Yeah. Dude, Quan's actually had like perfect luck. I mean, not perfect, but pretty close.
I don't remember what his Bianco. I think it was like it was probably in the 30s. His Bianco split.
Yeah.
16, 30 something. But yeah, he's gotten perfect chain chomplets, perfect chain chomp, pretty good PD. I didn't pay attention to his coconut, but I think his coconut was pretty okay in GBS. But yeah, so the difference between the RNGs in chain chomplets is when chain chomp, or the chain chomp, sorry, when he's going to the left at the start of the mission, he's either going left, middle, or right. Right is the worst RNG. Middle is second, and then left is the best. And but it's just a range of like 2 seconds overall RNG, but still it's time. So, and then you grab the chain in order to drag essentially Mario all the way to the end, but it speeds up chain chomp slightly, and then just lure him, just bait him into the hot tub.
All right, this is significant luck level number 2. This is where Oat can just catch up randomly.
Or Quan can have an even better run.
Yeah, if Quan gets early cycle here, this is actually a sick run. This is like really
I'm
sick
pulling
run.
for early. See, I'd rather Quan be on like PB or like top 10 pace than to make it close. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he might. No. I don't know. I've seen people.
If he was like 1 second faster, he might have been able to get that early cycle.
Yeah. Like I've seen people go for early cycle that early or that late. All right. Quan jumping on the last Pianta's head or Chuckster's head in order to perform a rat bounce. Oh, Oatflaker's talking to the blue guy. I'm not the only person that talks to the blue guy.
This guy's got some balls.
You see the thing about talking to the blue guy there, he throws you so hard that he has to be like as far as he can be away from where you're going in order to get onto the ledge, and he says don't hold back. You have to hold back. If you don't hold back, you die.
He's actually a troll.
Like he's just like, don't hold back. If you do not hold back, you are dead.
I think he's just commenting on his own strength.
Maybe he's just humble. Just like, actually hold forward. I'm not that strong.
This is the flex shine.
How much have you grinded Pianta 6?
Yeah.
My personal best is still a 213.
I got a... I can't remember, 215 the other day, so...
Put your guesses in the chat. According to Quan's new rule set, he had an old rule set in 2014. If you got lower than 2 minutes, you had to forfeit. But the new rule set is if you get lower than 210, you have to forfeit, and that's harder.
Quan barely got that unlocked. He still missed one though, so it's gonna be like... Alright.
That either like barely bopped my TV or like it's very close to it no matter what.
Dude, Quan's actually kind of sick at Pianta 6.
Oatflaker missed the first Pianta, the little girl.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Depending on how late he spam sprayed her, oh man, he's missing everybody. That's not good.
Oh my! I'm surprised he got that unlocked. I was like, he's really gonna miss this one too.
So all he has to really do to get the girl at the end, the first one that you usually unlock, he probably just has to spam spray her, depending on if he was just like slightly too early or not. I don't know how much goop he actually got off of her. Oh, didn't just spam. See, he tried to just spam spray her though. 208. That's not that bad considering he messed up a lot.
Yeah. This is the run of Quan's life.
This is actually the run of his life. This is definitely 115 pace at a Pianta.
Yeah. Close to a 28, which would be nasty in a race.
Without early cycle? pretty good. Like if he got early cycle, that's like what, 28-35.
If he got early cycle here, then that like ties my best run ever out of Pianta, which would be sick.
Oh, he's leaving. Sorry. I was back in Pianta 5. We were talking about Pianta 5, and I was just like, he's leaving after Pianta 5. It's like, no, he's done Pianta 6 and 7 already, dude. Dude. Honey Skip is low-key the most lenient thing in the game.
Dude, Honey Skip's actually kind of furry. Nowadays.
It's so the whole thing about Honey Skip is you're hovering and ground pounding and sidestepping into the trigger for the cutscene there. There's a trigger usually where Quan has just died and then landed on the cannon. Instead, Quan has barely entered the cutscene, died, and then respawned right after the cutscene. And Oatflaker's just about to do it. It's not pixel perfect by any means, but it's like fairly specific. It used to be so much harder.
I don't even get why this setup is that much easier, but it is. New setup is so good. I call it Shadow Mario tongue skip.
I think it was found by How to Cantaloupe, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's who found it.
Yeah, the new setup, Cantaloupe.
But like back in the day, Stelzig did work on it.
I think Stelzig was the founder, like the first viable setup.
But obviously, the first person to find it was Honey SM64.
Where did that guy even find it?
I don't know. All these just like random people join the game and then find stuff.
One's got a perfect mecha too. This is actually the run of his life.
Gets DM shot, Dark Musician shot, all the rest of the shots. Yeah.
About to beat 10 people on the leaderboard with this run.
Has he just like not done? When was the last time he did any percent? I've seen him do a lot of fast any percent like a month ago, but past that I don't know what he's been practicing.
I think he's just been like periodically practicing any percent like the last month. But Juan's one of those guys who just like randomly gets a PB once a year.
Oh, misses one shot. It still gets. He got sit regrab. He got everything that's important. Didn't lose too much time. Kwaniza just jumping through them all. Shoutouts to V-Man's mom. That's the story. V-Man, an old runner of Luigi's Mansion and SMS. When he was a kid, he was having so much trouble with the mole that his mom just took the controller from him and jumped through the mole. I don't know how she knew there was a loading zone there, but she just kind of like did it, apparently, according to V-Man.
That story's kind of sus to me.
So V-Man's mom found mole skip.
I will say, even though Quan's ahead, you know, I've seen many runners kind of like tilt or whatever. They like die on Pinna 6, die in RICCO, something like that.
Dude, that's the key, man. In speedrunning, the key is to not let your mistakes affect the rest of your run.
Yeah.
Like you just have to immediately get over it, recover, and just keep playing instead of just like focusing on the fact that you screwed up. Because I've been having some trouble lately in 96 shines regarding that. So.
Dude, the longer the category, the harder it is. I wonder if Quan's gonna go for crazy movement.
It looks crazy so far. He did the Y turn kick.
He's not doing the ultra crazy movement.
He didn't do the baby shred.
But this is still like a decent lead
if he can hover through the grate. Oh, I think he could have got. Do people go for it? I don't know. It doesn't look like people go for it. They just kind of like hover at the grate, grab it, and just immediately get off of it instead of. You can actually do a strat. Oatflaker might show it. I don't know, but you can hover at the right time with Mario and phase. Essentially, have Mario clip into the grate, get the coin below, and then pop out on top of the grate without grabbing the grate underneath at all. It doesn't look like a lot of these runners go for it. I don't know. Oh.
Oh, might be the crazy movement. Looking good.
Oh. See, I know in that movement you go for the clip. That was really that was really good otherwise though. Or
yeah, that was sick.
Even including. Good job, Oat. Catching up or making up a little bit of time doing that. Kwan doing the Dide wilted sunflowers. I still don't know how to do that.
Can't tell if he got it or not. I also don't have audio, so I can't hear the sunflowers say their line. Oh, we did it! Got
He's a madman.
Fast one cycle.
the one cycle where you essentially just get like the first two Snooze-a-Koopas. They're called Snooze-a-Koopas, by the way. That's what they're called.
Call them turtles.
What ingenious. And then you get like the first two to attack you, get the three more to aggro on you, and just jump ground for your life, or jump ground pound for your life. Like that's like you just kind of get mobbed. Oh, you didn't get it all. Oh.
It's like it's not luck, but it's like low-key luck. Like just hoping that you get them all.
So Oat losing an extra 9 seconds for this at least. Oh, it's gonna be more than that. It depended on which turtle it was. That was the last one. All right, Kwaniza not getting the best luck of all time. He got coconut. Dude, he knew exactly where to hover.
This man's in the lab.
Alright.
Cool, shaking.
Okay, we're luring stews. We're doing EYG. We're doing early Yoshi go around. Founded by Calf. Who's in the call? The Calf.
Kind of found it.
We're gonna use these.
Oh!
He got both. Oh no!
This
Dude,
is
why
bad.
didn't he just had to spray more to the left.
Bro, I've seen Quan do this in his runs too. Oh man.
He just spray more to the left.
Bro, people need to like, you know what my strat is? If you like run back, as soon as you get to the wall, it like makes them more separated. And then ground pound down, so it's like way easier to spray them.
I just make sure that the first stew attacks me as I'm like jumping onto the upper boardwalk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Oatflaker going for one stew. So essentially, what they're doing, what Quan is obviously showing, he's in the PINNA 6 secret now. They did episode 4. They're skipping PINNA 5. They went back to PINNA 3, got some stews, clipped into a park. So Oatflaker attempted one single stew. Oh, that was kind of scary. The stew can actually go outside of the park there and die on Oat's stream, but
yeah,
he ended up being fine. This reminds me of a high bill setup, and it's scary. This is a very high platform. Oatflaker could zip.
Remember when?
Oh! Is he soft locked?
I think he's soft locked.
If he Y turn, no, I don't know. Can he get off Yoshi? If he Y turns and gets off, can he? Oh, okay.
Oh,
He can still pause. That's good.
Well,
You're gunning for points at this point. You're not hoping for a win.
Oat's chances just decreased like 10 times.
Dude, high bill setup used to be so bad. So the reason that happened is that the platform that Oat was riding on collided with the hitbox of the mushroom top of the merry-go-round, and it just like didn't quite enter the like area of the merry-go-round yet, so that he couldn't get off into the merry-go-round. So he just like was in the unloaded park, and it's not like unloaded and you can just go anywhere. It's unloaded, and if you touch the outside of above that platform, you are stuck in the air. So that's super unfortunate for Oat, but still, like in this tournament, see, he got single stew, so he got the clip. He has a single stew following.
Oh. Didn't get through the wall.
Quan already done Rico's or PINNA 7, gone to Ricco. Quan way in the lead. Quan on still a pretty good run, even though he screwed up UIG a little bit. He's not nearly as much screwed up as Oat, but he's still, I don't know, he's probably still on pace for PB at least. But yeah, it's super unfortunate. You clip into the park with the. See, this gives me the ability to talk about UIG for like 7 minutes. Because, I don't know, the allotted time of 2.5 is not a lot of time to talk about UIG. But... All right, see, the lower platform didn't collide with the mushroom top of the merry-go-round. Easy get off. That's unfortunate.
Dude. It just reminds me of like how hard it was to find a setup for EYG when it first was found. I was like grinding so hard to find a setup.
Dude,
that used to happen so much. Was
with
you would get stuck.
high build setup. Well, that was like the first setup. The first setup for EYG was that height all the time.
Yeah.
And like that was often an issue. That's why like every time I see a stew that high, it's unnatural for a stew to go that high. But sometimes like some property of outside the park, or it just following Mario, it just goes slightly too high and it just matches the height of the merry-go-round. It's a shame, but whatever. But Oatflaker's still in this. He can still get some points off of losing to Quan by within a margin, but. For Quan to lose this, it's going to be a lot. But so Quan doing Ricco 1, he killed a blooper, pulling his nose. Now he's in Ricco 2, doing some quick movement, doing a Y turn, entering blooperless. Used to save it a second. I think it probably saves more than that.
Especially with movement getting better, like over the years.
Dude, I can't believe we waited so long to do this blooperless.
Yeah, I've thought the exact same thing. Like it seems so obvious.
Like everybody was just doing blooper for years, and then like Bouncy Boy out of nowhere was just like, yeah, we're gonna do this blooperless because we know the strats, and then just like everybody's just like, oh yeah, it saves 4 seconds. But yeah, all you have to do for Ricco 2 is, or the secret itself is hit 2 checkpoints as Mario and get to the end. Blooper loses 4 seconds or so.
I miss blooper, but
You miss blooper?
yeah, dude. You
They're
like
still, like-
never write a blooper now, except Ricco 6.
Well, if you do Ricco 6 100.
I just think bloopers are fun.
Well, then you should play bingo.
Dude. Did you see the 5 bingos I did yesterday?
I did see the 5 bingos you did yesterday. It's a lot of bingos. The revival of bingos within SMS is happening. Like, it is upon us. Oh, it's a big bingoer.
It's just a cycle. There's like the bingo cycle every...
It's just every summer, dude. I feel like it's just eclipsed the summer of racing. Where it's just like every summer, everybody just kind of gets back into racing, but nowadays it's just like, yeah, let's play some bingo.
That's probably pretty true.
Oat, killing blooper, episode 1. Quan in episode 4. Doing the frame perfect trick. I don't know, I have to say something about Ricco 3, why not just say it's the frame perfect trick?
Yo,
Ricco 3, like, even though people make fun of it, like, being so short and all, it's actually quite satisfying to do really well.
I've messed up RICCO 3 hover like way more times than I want to admit. It's probably like 1 in 10 runs to where I just fail that for no reason.
You just lose half a minute and you're just like sitting there going like, oh my god, why did I do that?
And then because you messed it up, you try to go for some crazy backup that looks cool. And then
The
you
pyro
fail
backup?
that. Yeah, and then you fail that too.
Dude, that backup is so hard.
It's pretty hard.
All right, RICCO 4.
Especially because you never practice it.
Yeah, nobody practices that. Everybody's just like, this is the freest trick ever. This is the freest frame perfect thing I've ever done in my life. So Quan doing RICCO 4. One of the silent killers of any percent. He's getting out of it without a scratch. What are your top 3 killers of any percent? Like there was a list people were talking about lately. It was just like Noki 6, BIANCO 6, and RICCO 4. That's what everybody talks about, being the really hard levels. And Manta.
Mine's probably like, are we like not counting PD?
Well, I think they were just like talking about secrets.
Okay.
Like people brought up Serena 2, you know?
Serena 2, I have phases. I either don't miss it for 6 months, like I won't die on that level for 6 months, and then I die on it like 3 times in a row.
Kwaniza grabbing the nose a little bit too late.
He just got smacked.
He just got smacked. His water slide there was really weird too. Like he had like a weirdly slow water slide. I wonder if that's just like a specific strat he does, or he screwed up.
Well, I might be in the zone right now. Sometimes when I race and I'm on like PB pace, alright, he's not in the zone. Sometimes when I race and I'm on PB pace, I just like, I'm in the zone. I just like get an insane run.
Oh, getting a pretty clean RICCO 3. Hovering at the right time, getting that shine, flipping that great. He's still in this. I don't know. He still exists. Like he's trying to get some points. He needs to make this as close as possible. Like we can't really exaggerate it enough. Like if he loses by multiple minutes, he's probably out of this tournament.
Yeah, he's most likely out. If he gets a really bad run, gets a couple minutes too slow.
I hate RICCO 6.
I do too.
Dude, RICCO 6 is so scary. Everybody talks about Serena 4 and BIANCO 6 and Noki 6. If you die in RICCO 6, your run is over no matter what.
Dude, the first coin's so annoying. You know how like the camera will sometimes adjust if you're like next to the pole?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Lakitu just gets pushed a little bit.
You know what's crazy to think? It's like, imagine a
Ooh.
Mario run.
Oh, he was very close, sorry. Big note.
Just imagine a Mario run where Lakitu is like following you.
It's horrifying.
That's Mario 64. And for
Dude,
all we know,
he catches
Sunshine.
everything important on camera.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Lakitu.
Oh my.
Why did he jump
jumps
over that?
over? He goes over the umbrella. I've never seen someone go over the umbrella.
That was nuts. If you land on the umbrella, you actually cancel blooper. So
That's kind of swag.
yeah. So if he accidentally landed on that umbrella, he'd be normal Mario. That's how you cancel blooper. Or you can jump off of Piantas. Or the hover box, but that's like specific like hundo strats for bingo and stuff. Or not even bingo, just hundo strats. But yeah, once you're on the blooper, you're not on the blooper forever. There are ways to get off.
Just gotta hit something bouncy.
Just don't hit something like solid, because then you'll die.
Pro strat for the noobs. If you just don't press forward on green blooper, you like can't die.
That's also a good thing to note. Like if you're going into a wall and you know like you're just gonna hit it no matter what, don't like let go of your control stick. Because then Mario immediately slows down and you can't die.
48, like 40 something time out of RICCO for Quan. Good run.
Shadow Mario and Rico is pretty simple. Quan had no issue. All you have to do is just dive, roll out, and spray.
Just don't mess up pressing forward.
Dude, if you press... The way I screwed up, though, is pressing R all the way down by accident. You just, like, randomly press R all the way down, you're just like, oh my god.
That would suck.
Because, as you know from the flood instruction video at the start of the game, once you press R all the way down, you stop and shoot. So, all you need to do is keep holding forward. Kwaniza getting... it's weird saying Quan's full name. Kwaniza. He's got pretty clean movement to the secret. But yeah, so Oat right now on blooper, like, it seems super simple. This is the worst death in the game. If you die in RICCO 6, you get kicked out, and then you have to re-enter and do this shine again. Whereas if you die in a secret, the Nintendo developers were kind of, they had sympathy on you, and they just went, just restart this level. You don't have flood. We get it. But yeah, Oat getting a 133 in RICCO 6. That's pretty good. Kwaniza with his dive rollouts on the tiles, getting cyclists. Perfect BIANCO 6.
Quan's just keeping up the pace.
This is really good pace.
Like
His personal best. Go for it.
The worst thing he did is get smacked by the blooper.
Yeah. Well, actually, UIG.
Oh yeah. Wait.
He's still on pretty good pace.
Sick for
That was
that
was pretty quick in the realm of losing time to EYG for losing Stews. He got Stews back pretty quick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, he almost got it.
The quick kill.
Yeah, all Oat had to do was hold forward. Kwaniza attempting the quick kill, you just have to spam spray him a little bit. I think he just spam sprayed a little bit too early, or he just like wasn't close enough. It was one of those. I wasn't quite paying attention. But if he screwed up, it was one of those two. He was either too far away or he spam sprayed too early. All right, as Oatflaker enters BIANCO for his last two levels, Kwaniza has finished BIANCO. He's gonna go get Yoshi. Misses the spam spray on the banana, and then enters Serena by eating the fruit and just jumping in. Easy peasy stuff for a tenured runner such as Quan.
Dude, I love that movement. Like, it's so satisfying to just jump off Yoshi, like eat the pineapple, jump off him, and ground down into the pipe. I don't know why.
I've never done that movement. I've always attempted just like the spin jump, triple jump into the pipe. I've always attempted that. I've never gotten off Yoshi for that.
Really?
Yeah.
You're missing out.
on the satisfaction of that strat.
Yeah.
The momentum spin in BIANCO 6, dude. People are nuts nowadays.
It's kind of like it's one of those strats now. It's kind of just like the standard. Just speed everyone do it.
Except for me. I have so many like 5-year-olds any 5-year-old any percent strats that I still do. Oh, look at this cycle that Oat's getting. He got like the GWK out of the spin jump off the cube, and that's a really good cycle. That was a really good BIANCO. That was a better. He's making up time. On having a little bit of a trouble with dude. He's like, this is the first time I think somebody's ever choked a mantle. That was a big mantle.
I've never seen like, I don't know what you call that, like a level 3 manta or something left for that long.
Yeah.
Big manta.
That was a, what was it? I don't know, just like a stage 2 manta, stage 3.
Yeah.
We don't really have terms for the manta. We have the pink phase. That's pretty much it.
Just non pink and pink.
Yeah. Oh my!
Oh my, the goop's
What
up
was
there.
that? Got hit by the goop on the top of the sign.
Bro, he actually lost time because now he's not gonna be in first person.
So he's just gonna be facing the opposite direction. You're right.
It's funny.
The strat at the end of that level is just to go into Y turn or into over the shoulder cam and look at the sun so that you're facing the right direction after this cutscene. And he's just not. That's interesting. That's pretty funny though. That Manta seemed like dirt, but I don't know. Oatflaker
was
getting the
bad.
throw. Doing that super satisfying Yoshi movement into Serena. That I don't know about. So this is another one. This is Trey's. This is what Trey volunteered as one of his top 3 worst like killers of any percent. The Serena 2.
I'm definitely shaken when I get to this level. This is like the tied or so with Bianco 6 for like worst death in the secret unit. He died at the end of Serena 6 or Serena 2. It's really bad.
I don't mean to correct you, but Bianco 6 is so much.
Bro, isn't this one like 40 seconds or something?
Well, top of Bianco 6?
I mean, bro, this secret's long.
I don't want to argue with you. F.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably just lying when I say these numbers.
Stop spreading misinformation. It's in the guidelines.
I'm spreading misinformation right now.
Oh, look, man. He has a big man still too.
Like, this is just a cursed race.
Quan getting the momentum spin at the end. The only hard part about Serena 2 is getting the momentum spin. You just have to wait for the shadow on the gear. But people like to go really fast and go like slightly before the shadow, and those guys are risk takers. I'll try to talk about it when Oat gets to it. Oat definitely waits for the shadow. Like on the gear at the end of Serena 2, where it's rotating, the shadow. There's a very good visual cue to get the momentum spin there. That's why I'm not super scared of. But Serena 4 though, I'll talk about Serena 4 when we get to Serena 4. All right, shout outs to your boy Graham for finding Banana Split thousands of years ago. How long ago did he find that? Like 2012?
Yeah, it's like, I think it was 2012. This used to be the cutting edge of sunshine technology.
And now it's just everybody does it.
It's like one of the easiest tricks in the game now.
Right after you learn where the shine spawns in Bianco 2, you learn Banana Split.
And then, like, you always end up spending an hour because no one told you to press down or whatever.
Yeah, no, everybody just like forgets the like most important part of Serena 3, where it's just like backflip and hold towards the glass, and then hold down to like make it so that Mario throws the fruit further so that you clip. Everybody forgets that last part. It's like, oh yeah, that's really important. But people think of it just like it's second nature. It's like, oh yeah, obviously you hold down. But then when you're teaching somebody new at it, you're just like, yeah, you just backflip and throw.
There's so many things in speedrunning that sometimes you forget they even exist because you just do it subconsciously.
Yeah. It's like the fast text thing. There's just so many niche things in Super Mario Sunshine that just not everybody knows in the community, and then somebody goes like, hey, did you guys know this? And everyone's just like, oh yeah, we all knew that. Like, oh, I'm late to the party. So what I'm talking about the gear with Oatflaker's screen right now. He's gonna wait for the shadow? Oh, he didn't even wait for the shadow. There's a shadow that spawns there. Dude, Oat's a risk taker. I thought for sure he'd wait.
Guess Oat was a different man than you thought he was.
He's an NTSCU boy. Quan doing the only thing that I don't do in runs. The momentum spin at the end of Serena 4.
You don't do that?
It's so scary, dude. It's a 2-second time save, and if you die, it sucks.
Bro, do you not know how to just do one of those momentum spins?
I do know. Don't pull a read. Don't do this.
Okay,
It's hard.
like, if you were talking about a strat like, oh yeah, like the Bianco 6 momentum spin, that's like, yeah, I don't do that, but like, come on, bro. The Serena 4 one?
Yeah, it's only 2 seconds.
It's like
I don't
the
know.
easiest momentum spin in the game.
I'm really good, I swear. Oatflaker, doing it. Anyway, what I was going to talk about, like, niche things in Super Mario Sunshine, as Quan is entering King Boo, one of the biggest RNG. This is the only way for Oat to get back, unless Calf or Quan starts. I've been making that mistake for years. Calf and Quan, I've been mixing those names up for years. But unless Quan screws up massively, King Boo is the only way. Anyway, what I was talking about, the niche things in Super Mario Sunshine. A lot of things, or one thing that a lot of people don't know is for text mashing, if you hold A, it just does fast text. So like the text scrolls. So you want to, for text mashing, you want to actually hold B, or hold A and then mash B, or Quan got an extra cycle. Oh, 2 extra to start.
Alright, come on, King Boo. Those 2 only. Maybe. Nice.
The record in a run is held by like Wilco, me, and I think somebody else is 9. 9 extra cycles genuinely is the record.
Yeah. I think it gets like exponentially harder to get extra cycles. So once you get up to like 7, 8, 9, it's like almost impossible to get more extra cycles.
So what you want in King Boo is there's one enemy cycle or bubble cycle that Quan just got, and then fruit, and then another enemy cycle, or like fruit to start, enemy cycle, fruit, enemy cycle, fruit. You want 5 cycles at bare minimum, and then everything past that is extra, and that's bad. Each extra cycle is 7 seconds, and it's just pure RNG. So you have to wait for the enemies to spawn, you run underneath King Boo, you cancel that cycle, and then hope that this should be pineapple. When there's a green question mark to start a fruit cycle in the middle, when there's a green question mark in the middle, it's always fruit. All right, 2 extra to start, but pretty good.
Not terrible. I think that's about average extra cycles.
I think average is now like 1.5. Like it used to be 2 in the day, but back in the day, but everybody just kind of gets like 1 or 0 now.
I definitely think the average is between 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. And if you get, all right, one for all of you potential SMS runners out there, when you're getting coins from King Boo, pick up the coins, because if you're getting extra cycles in quotes and you have low health, you might only be getting extra cycles because you have low health. So get coins. I was having a little bit of trouble grabbing. Oh, Oat's time save is coming up.
The big time save for Oat.
The big time save for Oat.
Like 8 seconds or so.
Washing the beach. So you might, for the version difference, you might realize that Quan's being super careful about this goop right now, trying to wash every single little bit. In JP, it's one of those subtle differences where he actually has to wash 99% of the beach versus Oat's version of NTSCU of 95% required to wash. So you might see Oat just a little bit more slapdash with it. I don't know how Oat watches it, but I know I'm just kind of like super careless.
I think it's hard to go from NTSCU to Japanese because it's harder, but it's also hard to go the other way because you're like not used to just leaving goop on the ground. It feels so wrong after you
Like
play
if you play NTSCU like NTSCJ, you just like there's this like huge goop pile at the end. I've seen so many NTSCJ players play it like that, where they go to NTSCU and then or PAL, and then leave this huge pile of goop at the end, and they're just like, oh, I'm done, because they've just been so careful throughout the rest of it. I don't know how many extra cycles were there. Do you know?
I was not paying attention to that King Boo.
I didn't notice him cancel any. So. Ooh, Quan attempted quick kill in Shadow Mario there. He wasn't close at all, but he attempted it. Oh, he was twerking.
Can't
doing
remember
that.
how. I don't remember how long Noki takes. I'm trying to think of what pace Quan's on. This is like pretty good.
I think it's like 10. Like sub 10's good.
Yeah,
He's definitely on PB pace. That's all I know.
I think you're right.
Yeah. See, look. Just like think back to Quan's and Oat's just like I don't really care. I'm just kind of like jumping and spam spraying, keeping my water tank filled. Maybe I'll leave a little bit of small pieces here and there, and then he'll get. And Quan ended up with a 219, right? This looks really good for Oat. 28 is really good.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the difference between NTSCJ and NTSCU. Quan having pretty good Noki 1. I didn't see the start of it, but it looked pretty solid. Oh, he almost got the bob-omb to... Those are, in fact, bob-ombs. No matter who tells you different, those things, those with the spinning tops, I don't know. They're apparently bob-ombs, so...
Or like the homemade
yeah.
bootleg bob-ombs.
The bootleg bob-ombs. Dude, we should just call them. I don't think anybody calls them anything. They just call them, like, the bombs. Nobody calls them the bob-ombs. They're like rip-off Gucci bags. But yeah, Quan having a solid Noki 1. Maybe Oat'll try quick kill. I didn't really... I'm gonna see if he does Serena's 7 quick kill. Oh, no he doesn't. Why don't people go for that? It's so free. Sometimes. But I guess if you don't know it, like you can get Mega Bonk.
Back in my day, if you just got Shadow Mario before the stairs, that was like an achievement.
And then it became like, oh, I got him on the wood, and now it was just like, quick kill. Whoa.
That was a crazy wall kick from one. Like,
He like mashed A for that.
yeah.
Oh, does he get the? Oh, he got the angle.
Please don't die here. Okay.
All right. Not the greatest ending. Kind of rolled out a little bit too far, but you know what? Still a top tier Noki 2. Wow. Oat went like an angled water slide. I've never seen that. He missed the triple jump input. That triple jump input used to be like the hardest triple jump input in the game. You do the spin jump onto the last shell on the tree or whatever it is, and then the shell on the tree. It's not a tree. And then you try to do that triple jump. It's really easy to miss those kinds of jumps in this. It's very specific. And no matter what anybody tells you, Noki 3, the level that Quan's about to do, is a very good shine. It's fun to play.
It's also very hard.
Yeah.
I think this is the most, Noki 3 is the most underrated time lost level. Like, the difference between someone who's good at this level and just like, someone who doesn't, never has practiced it, it's huge.
This seems pretty slow for Quan. Well, you used to say back in the day, I remember you specifically said, it's like, what's the level that can be improved the most? And you said Noki 3. And I took that to heart. Like, back in the day, people were not good at Noki 3.
Yeah.
Because now, like, the golds are... Well, for me, it's 124 because I play on NTSCU and lose time for text, but like 122. But back in the day, like 125, everybody was kind of happy with.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say those times, I mean split times specifically for anybody that's confused.
I think people just hate practicing that level. Like,
Dude, I think that level's sick.
Alright. You're one of the few.
I'm definitely one of the few. I'm not trying to say that everybody thinks that level's sick.
Ooh, dude, Oat actually got like a late dive. Okay, that kind of scared me. I thought he could die.
Remember when people used to hover out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. People used to hover
Be
after clipping.
safe. They just hover for 2 seconds.
right, Quan. Oh, he's
man.
doing the spam spray. He's doing the gimmick.
He's doing like the 2-frame saved strat.
Well, the task saves 10 frames with it. Oat. I called you Oat.
Well, this guy's a human.
This guy is a human. Trey says it doesn't save time, like, because he says, like, spam spray lag. There's no spam spray lag.
I think it saves time.
It saves, like, a little bit.
I think I even tested it myself once. And it was indeed faster for some reason. Like, it seems like the dumbest thing ever. Like, looking up and spam spraying underwater, but it, like, makes you fall down, like, pixels faster. It's dumb.
The Quan getting 6-2. Oh, gonna try to get damage as he gets his final tooth. Good. Good job.
Nice.
Does he know where the shine spawns? Put your money in the put your money down. I don't think he does. He already like looked at it and kind of went away. Oh, is he gonna be there before it lands? He knows where it lands. I'm so proud of Quan right now. I'm so proud.
Bro, honestly, how can you not know where that spawns? I mean, I know people don't, but like, I've just played this game too much that like, you just never looked at the floor to see where it goes to.
Apparently, a bunch of people like Trey didn't know until recently.
Yeah, Trey's a weird gamer.
Dude, Huff movement. Oh, doing Huff movement. I don't know if Quan did it, but oh, definitely did it.
I'm rooting for Quan right now. I want him to get a PB.
Same. I hope he uploads this VOD for his PB video, so that we can just commentate over it.
Oh, Quan actually has literally a 1:16:59.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
He got it a
time's, like,
while ago
better.
too. Like I think he's just been playing any percent or fast any rather.
Yeah. That's the new strat.
So one thing about eel that I didn't really talk about it when Quan did it, but the way that the eel rotates at the start determines where the gold tooth is, and you have to spray the gold tooth 5th in order to keep the eel up and be able to get 6 teeth. So, like, strats are slightly different. For I don't know, you just kind of have to react and understand where the gold tooth is and just play around that.
Yeah.
Nothing really changes other than that.
Good eel for Oat as well.
Oat didn't use it there, but with NTSC and PAL, you can actually get the cutscene skip with air damage. Like if you get air damage has a lot more invulnerability frames on NTSU and PAL versus NTSCJ. That's why everybody calls it kind of the easy version. It is. I appreciate that. It is the easier version, but you can also use tooth damage. Oat did. But like on NTSCJ, you literally you have like a frame of. Oh, Quan misses his spin jump.
It's the spin input, I guess.
All right, still doing rubs. The blue sea urchin is going to be in a slightly weird spot. The red menace isn't going to be in a very bad spot. All right, everything worked out fine.
Not too bad. Probably only lost like 5 seconds.
He's going for ham though.
Ring cycle in races, aka ham cycle, is sick. Nice.
Oh, he got it.
Got the first part. Now he just has to not mess with this spinning platform.
Dude, this rollout is so hard.
Oh.
That's exactly how I screwed up.
Yeah, you jinxed it, bro.
If you like the key to getting that wall kick after that rollout is you have to make it to the wall, but also you have to slow down Mario so that he doesn't bonk like that. If you're too fast, you get a bonk. If you're slow enough, you'll get a wall slide out of it so you can wall kick. So that was his only mistake. Still solid. Not really. He had a bad entrance and it had a bad secret.
It's kind of rough time loss. Also because he's kind of cutting it a bit close for PB, I think.
You think he's choking at all? Do you think any of this is because of like him knowing he's on pace?
I think he knows he's on pace, but I don't know how much he's choking.
Oh! He got it. He got it. Yes.
Wow, he actually got that.
You just have to like slowly walk towards Shadow Mario. You can kill him just before he starts wall kicking. If he's at 1 health, just like walk slowly towards him. Make it so that he's moving because you can't kill him while he's not moving, and then have your R button lightly held down.
No, this is like situation every Sunshine Runner has just been like in, bro.
In order to PB, he has to have a pretty good Corona.
Watching this cutscene here, you can just like feel the intensity go up. Shadow Mario's going to the Corona.
That's kind of the one thing about 96 Shines that I don't like. Like, in 96 Shines, you just kind of do Pianta, and then you just go to Corona. Like, there's nothing to signify that you're done. You know?
Yeah.
Like, not that I want an 18-second cutscene, but...
Oh!
He just missed his jump input. He just missed his jump input. That's all he did.
Jump.
Jump inputs are hard. I was talking about it in Noki 1. Jump inputs are hard. Ah, now he's just going for the regular stuff. Not going for fast Corona. Dude, I haven't done slow Corona in so long. I don't even know how to do it anymore.
This is all I do.
Yeah, that's all. You get the spray, it doesn't matter. Slow Corona. Fast Corona only saves 3 seconds.
I remember when we used to think making that spike cycle there was... Oh, I mean, fast cycle. You like not to even go fast, bro.
Well, like back in the... Oh, he almost hit that the water recoil station. Back in the day, you could be proud of basically anything. It's like, I got paper boat. Like, back in the day, the amount of time people... Oh, he's pulling a paper. Oh, yeah, he can't do this. I don't think this is PB anymore.
Nah. I'm pretty sure there's no way he can PB anymore.
Yeah, like the fastest Bowser done in a run is by Dide with like 31 seconds. So this cutscene has to be over, yeah. PB's done, but beating Oat, still on the table. Definitely. Oat, like, I don't know, he's starting Corona now. He's only like a minute and a half behind.
I think Oat actually has caught up quite a bit since RICCO. But, like, obviously, you had to catch up a lot.
Yeah, that zip in EYG was unfortunate. Let's see if Oat gets it. Fast Corona. Not missing his jump input. Quan. Quan did make the Bowser tutorial though. So he knows this level. He knows how to do this level.
It's a sick Corona. I'm copying Oat's movement.
Good job, Quan. 117.24. You choked a PB. But you won the race. Very good.
Still a good race time. 117. Very good.
Yeah, 117 is dope. It's better than my personal best. So you know what? I can't really. I have no leg to stand on to make fun of it.
Dang. Dude, this race is actually like way closer than it felt. Like, Oat's gonna get a 118 unless he messes up.
How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Yeah, I wonder how it was to commentate like a 116 versus like a 121. I don't know, probably very similar. But yeah, good job, Quan. Let's see if Oat's been watching his Quan Bowser tutorials. I remember I watched it one time, and then I got the best Bowser of all time, and then I said it was the best Bowser of all time, and then immediately somebody compared it to a Nindide VOD, and I lost to it by like 0.9. I was like, great. I can't even have this. Nindide's been inactive for however long, and I still can't have the best. Oh, he got scooped in the air! Oh, he just barely saved it.
He was really close to dying.
The fact that he acknowledged that he had a good enough angle to do that was actually sick. Yeah, he barely lost time. You're right. Like he held towards that
That's kinda
direction.
fast. Boom.
All right, is Quan gonna join the call? Somebody's gonna join the call. We're gonna talk about EYG, and then talk about how what did Quan really screw up? I don't like Noki 6 was meh. Sup out? How's it going? Welcome to the call.
guys?
What's up, Quan? Congratulations.
Congrats,
Oh,
Quan.
Thanks, bro.
GG's, bro.
GG's.
So when was that run not PB pace anymore, Quan?
I don't know, bro. Probably after King. No, I could have PB. After Noki 6 for sure. It could have PB. If I hadn't messed up ropes, I could have PB'd by like
yeah,
12
the
seconds or
missed spin
something.
input, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I think I just dropped it. I think the my controller just dropped it or something. But...
Yeah. Well, what the level that I want to talk about with you guys is EYG for both.
Dude.
See, I don't know if you both were watching the race, but Quan screwed it up, but Oat screwed it up.
I did screw it up.
Bro, did you see my backup stews? Those backup
Dude, your
stews
backup
were
stews were
insane.
sick.
Those are the most insane backup stews of all time.
Those were the
bro.
quickest. Like I was talking about it with Calf, like episodes later. Your backup stews barely lost you time. He didn't even note them as a mistake. He was just like, the biggest mistake of Quan's run was RICCO 5. I'm like, you remember he had to get backup stews, right? But yeah, so you never were around back in the day for like bullet bills?
No.
But the height of your platform definitely reminded me of high bullet
Yeah,
bill
that
setup.
was really damn high. I don't really know why it was so damn high, but that was... I don't know. I was considering, while I was on that platform, I was considering saving like the entire time. But then I didn't, and then...
Thank God you could pause.
Exit. I don't know how that pause worked either.
Yeah, why were you able to pause?
I don't know.
I genuinely don't understand. Like, I was thinking, like, why don't you just, like, try to wide turn and get off Yoshi and then, like, maybe be within the realm? Because, like, sometimes you're on the very edge of the hitbox of the merry-go-round and can backflip into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically the end of that. Like, Quan got pretty good PD. Other than that, chain chomplets were great. Chain chomp was good. And like was what 29 minutes out of Pianta. Like he was on
crazy. I saw that.
It was probably at 28, but like I like messed up my timer at
the
start.
Still
like,
was a 28.
It was probably like a 28:58 or something. But
oh my god.
But yeah, so he like Quan was like 20 seconds ahead because of PD RNG. Like Oats PD sucked because he got over the wall.
Yeah.
Over the wall sucks.
I think I actually played perfect until RICCO 4. Because the only mistakes I had were like the stews. I wouldn't even say that was my fault. That was just the stews kind of separating dumb. And then airstrip was awful.
See, yeah, I don't want to interrupt Quan, but I don't know. You could have sprayed more to the left.
Yeah, but I'll still BS, bro.
But yeah, so UIG was just like the story of that run. Oat had like a pretty solid. How many extra cycles did you get? We counted.
I got 0. My endgame RNG was really good.
Yeah,
I had really good Manta and 0 extras.
But yeah, still a solid race. So points wise, I think like either of you, whoever won that race, I think is just like basically going on.
No, I have to beat Feck.
Yeah, but
and if Feck beats me, then that means Oat would possibly move on. I don't know how it all works though.
But like this is, I don't know. I don't really know exactly how the points work, but
all this bracket is us 3 at the bottom just trying to make it in with Sam. That's all this is.
Yeah.
We're just
Sam
scrapping.
just cleans up the pool.
Sam gets like low 116s every race.
Yeah, pretty much. We're fighting for scraps.
But how much do you think of like a race mentality goes into this kind of a tournament? Like, however like back in the day, Quan used to race all the time with, like in 2014 when that was hot. Oat's been bingoing all the time and has this very strong race mentality. Compared against the newer kids, like the Ouija's and stuff like that, how much do you think a race mentality can affect it?
I think it's pretty important. Quan's probably gonna get like less than a minute off his PB in all his races, and you can't really say the same for most people. And like, I don't know, it takes
Because you
something
guys
to
are like
like.
super solid racers. Because lately you've been doing a bunch of bingos, and
Yeah.
Quan's been racing since he came out of the womb. So, like, I don't know. It's very hard to dismiss you guys in a racing setting. Like, sure, maybe you guys aren't going for world record yet, Oat, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys apparently you're in Cavs top 2, Oat.
What the hell?
Top 2 nude kids.
Was that before or after my EYG?
Before.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's rethinking it now.
I think racing, all you gotta
clarify.
do. Oh, go ahead.
It's top 2 up and comers.
Oaten guy.
So performance today doesn't matter too much.
What do you think, Quan? What do you think about racing?
I think I just focus more when I race, and that's the only thing that messes me up when I do PB attempts is not focusing. So when I just focus, I'm good. So that's about it. Also, I don't do dumb stuff, and don't treat every run like it has to be the perfect run. And that's definitely a decent mentality to have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
yeah.
point.
It's all mentality, man.
But anyways, GG's. Oh,
Yeah,
GG's
good race,
Quan.
guys. It definitely ended up a lot closer than we thought it was going to be after UIG, but
Yeah,
like,
I
at least
played
we
pretty
weren't-
damn well after EYG.
Yeah, yeah, you did. You definitely did. Quan, did you go for quick kill? This is my final question. Did you go for quick kill in Serena 7?
yeah. That spray messed up or something.
Okay.
I did something wrong.
That's because it like looked. It was like the worst version of Serena 7 quick kill I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
But I just wanted to know for sure. But yeah, thanks. Thanks for the race, guys. Good job, Quan. Thanks for commentating with me, Cathlon. It was some fun stuff. Maybe we'll do it again.
Thanks both of y'all for commentating. I'm sure it was
You're
sick.
welcome, man.
Listen to parts of it.
I was cheering for Quan the entire time.
Okay, we might have to talk about that later.
Well, to be fair, I was hoping he'd PB. You know.
True.
Like, you can't cheer against a PB.
I was
You can't be
hoping he would too. So. Yeah.
You can't go into a race like if somebody's on PB pace and it's either you want them to make it close or he PBs. You're cheering for a PB.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be the end of this pools match of Super Mario Sunshine, featuring Cathlon, Kwaniza, Oat, and me, Cider Williams. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you again with another edition of another pools match at some point, probably. You guys have a good night.
Yay,
Go Raptors!
Yay!
Go Raptors!
Yay!
Yay!